gentlemen, it is now time for the Royal Rumble match. Introducing first, from Blackpool, England, weighing 245 pounds, William Regal. Introducing the individual who drew number 2. From Los Angeles, California, weighing 275 pounds, the Masterpiece, Chris Masters.
Good evening, and welcome to a sold-out show from Phoenix, Arizona. I'm Michael Cole, here with Taz at ringside, and we got a show for you tonight.
Hey, Cole, we're in the desert. This is nuts. Every Smackdown show is bigger and better than the ones that came before, and tonight's gonna be bigger than all of them.
That's a bold statement, partner, but I can't disagree. I don't think Phoenix has any idea what they're in for tonight. Nice reversal.
These WWE fans just can't get it.
He's out of the match and on his way to the locker room. He was one step ahead on that one.
I gotta say, Cole, when I first heard about this match, I wasn't sure what to think. But these superstars are blowing me away right here.
Really? As soon as I heard about it, I expected a tremendous matchup. And I haven't been disappointed.
Well, I wouldn't say I'm not disappointed. But I'm talking about getting stuck with you as a broadcast partner. Yeah, we'll talk about that another time.
He's got this crowd solidly behind him. And now he's going to give them exactly what they want to see.
You can't just keep playing to the crowd, though, Cole. That's a huge distraction, in my opinion. This Doug Bass is a real cerebral superstar, Paul. Wow, great reversal. Man, there's not an ounce of quit in these superstars.
There certainly isn't. They're in this one to the bitter end. The adrenaline is pumping. The crowd is coming alive. This is what they came to see.
Hey, Cole, you know what? Try to restrain yourself a little bit, okay? You're supposed to be calling this bad boy right down the middle. Here's the reversal, Cole. Looks to me as this can go down in the books.
And this match is over for that superstar.
remember the last time I seen a crowd so pumped up.
I know what you mean, partner. These superstars have really brought the fans to life here tonight.
Oh, jeez, look at this. Pandering to the crowd.
Nothing wrong with keeping the paying customers happy while you build some momentum, Taz. What a reversal. This superstar is all fired up, and so is this capacity crowd.
Yeah, well, tell you what, one mistake and wouldn't see that fire go out pronto.
That reversal might stop his opponent's momentum dead.
These superstars are on top of their game, but only one of them is going to have their hand raised at the end of this one.
And that's a real shame because, like you said, this has been a great match so far.
Well, what do you want, Cole? You want to see that everyone wins so nobody gets their feelings hurt?
I never said that. I'm just saying that in a great match like this, everyone involved deserves credit for it.
He dodged that bullet. I ain't sure that London's worth enough to be wrestling here tonight, Cole. I mean, we know the kid's done. Nice quick counter.
We've seen this before. He'll do whatever it takes to win and take every advantage he can.
Hey, no, that's not going to make you popular, but you got to do whatever it takes to win. And there's the counter, Cole. Hey, you know, the French people, they got a reputation of not being the best fighters in the world.
A textbook reversal. Can he follow up?
He likes fighting dirty, and it's easy to see why. He's pretty good at it.
He certainly is, and I hope he's proud of himself. Personally, I find it disgusting.
Watch it. He reversed it. Thank you, Captain Obvious.
I just think it's unfortunate whenever a superstar decides to cheat to win rather than compete fairly.
You know, I know I say this a lot, Cole, but this is not ballet. You step between those ropes, you better be prepared to take some punishment.
And to dish some out as well. I don't think I've ever seen a superstar win a match by being a tackling dummy.
I feel like a real jerk when somebody counters you like that. I don't think there's going to be anything left of these superstars by the end of this match.
You're probably right, Taz. They're so focused on a victory that they don't care what they have to put themselves through to get it.
I don't think the fans like that one too much. I'm sure this breaks this guy's heart.
It should. These fans are the lifeblood of WWE, and he doesn't give a damn what they think. He saw that one coming. I knew it was only a matter of time before we saw that. I don't like it, but as long as it wins matches, it's going to keep happening.
That's the bottom line, Cole. If you're not doing everything you can to win, then you're in the wrong game.
And there's the reversal. I think that's, yes, it's an elimination.
He slipped out of that one. Man, his opponent looked like a punk with that counter.
This crowd is hoping to see a little bit of the arrogance beaten out of it. What a counter that was.
I think he's got something big planned.
Something big indeed. There it is. He calls it the brain damage.
Hit the showers. You're having a match. If you you're not going to see action like this anywhere except SmackDown, Cole.
We'll get no argument from me, Taz. Smackdown is the dominant brand in all of sports entertainment.
And I think these superstars are going to keep it up until they've got literally nothing left to give.
And that's the attitude you have to take to win. You know that your opponent isn't going to hold anything back, and you can't afford to either.
I'd love to know where you're coming up with this stuff, Cole. Because it's sure not from personal experience, I know that. I think it's great that we're...
Look at these fans. They didn't like that one bit.
Yeah, well, you know what? I got some bad news for these fans. He don't give a damn what you think. Whoa! He just got eliminated. Can you believe that? You know, leaving aside all of his personality problems, I think Muhammad Hassan, that was a textbook reversal. I gotta tell you, Cole, I thought I had this thing figured out, but now I got no idea how this is gonna end up.
Neither do I, Taz. And I think it's that unpredictability that makes it so exciting.
You know, you don't look too thrilled about it, but out is out. See it.
Watching these superstars go at it reminds me why I prefer to stay on this side of the announce table.
Oh, come on, Cole. You know, you should let me train you. You could be Cruiserweight champion in like a year.
Oh, no. I've heard stories about the way you train people. You make Marine drill instructors look like pushovers.
Duh. They're just training.
And there goes a superstar. He anticipated that move perfectly.
These superstars are showing some great intensity here tonight, and that's what the WWE fans came to see.
That's for sure, Taz. And the #1 rule here on Smackdown is to send the fans home happy.
The Big Show is a big dude, all right, but I'll tell you what, I think it's kind of strange that a guy who's the longest athlete in the world has not been WWE champion more times than he has been.
What are you saying? That the Big Show isn't trying hard enough? That he doesn't have enough commitment to the business for your tastes?
Cole, I am begging you to stop putting words in my mouth. I'm not looking for any trouble with the longest athlete in the world, you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying it's weird, that's all. This is not just a match anymore, Cole. These superstars have got a legitimate beef with each other.
They do, and
Well, that narrowed things down a little bit. Can you believe this match so far, Cole?
I really can't, Taz. This isn't anything like what I expected from these competitors.
Yeah, I gotta admit, they're surprising the hell out of me here, too.
And I think it's that unpredictability that makes these superstars so exciting to watch.
I think Tajiri's a little bit out of his league here tonight, Cole. I don't like his odds of winning this match.
Tajiri's a former Cruiserweight, United States, and Tag Team Champion, Taz. I don't think he's out of his league at all.
It's crazy to think we actually get paid to do a job like this. There's thousands of people out there who would do this for free.
Really? Maybe I should look into that. I could...
There we go. Out of the ring and out of the match. This is one heck of a match so far.
It sure is, Taz. What do you think the highlight has been so far?
Well, that'll probably come a little bit later on in the match. You decide to shut your yap for a few seconds, and I can enjoy it in peace.
Will excuse me for doing my job, partner. Sorry to disturb you.
You'll see.
What an awesome presence is the Big Show. 7 feet tall, 500 pounds. There's no question why he's one of the most dominant superstars on the Smackdown roster.
Yeah, but you know, it's real easy to rely too heavily.
Look at that. That's going to go over big with the fans and build some momentum at the same time.
You really got to watch out for your opponent when they're getting fired up like this.
I don't think there's any superstars on the roster who would love to have the size and strength of
There's a dude with guts. These top rope moves are risky.
Charlie Haas really is one of SmackDown's brightest up-and-coming superstars. I always look forward to seeing him in action.
You know what, Cole? I know you like Charlie Haas, and I think that's grand. Me, in regards to Charlie Haas, I don't like him.
What? Everyone I talk to about Charlie says he's a great kid, respectful, courteous, and easy to get along with.
All I'm saying is he's been a tag team champion with 2 different partners, and neither of them is on SmackDown anymore. What's that say to you, Cole? Sounds to me like Charlie Haas.
There he goes. This one's over for him.
Man, you talk about superstars who ain't got an ounce of quit in them, huh? You're looking at them right here.
And that's a potentially dangerous mindset to be in. If you're too proud to realize that you're in trouble, you might wind up risking your career for a single match.
Look, Cole, this ain't ballet. You gotta go in there every single match and be willing to do whatever it takes. You'd know that if you actually stepped in between the ropes.
I don't have to have been in a match to realize that jeopardizing my future for the sake of one match is incredibly short-sighted.
Cole, I swear, I'm gonna replace you with someone who actually knows what they're talking about. Maybe Carlito. He might be a little tough to understand.
There he goes, tossed out of the ring and out of this match.
This is dumb. Why is he risking everything by going up there?
Boy, the arrogance of Savan Grenier really burns me up. Glad we don't have to deal with him every week like JR and King do.
I think Grenier's earned the right to be a little arrogant, Cole. You don't make it to the WWE without having some pretty impressive...
And there's an elimination.
I think Chavo Guerrero's great, Cole. I mean, really, I think the guy's phenomenal. And I think it's disgusting the way so many people are biased against him just because he wants to uphold the family traditions.
Those traditions are lying, cheating, and stealing, Taz. Of course you're going to be unpopular and try to get away with those kinds of things.
Look at me.
These superstars are clearly giving it their all tonight.
Not a surprise there at all, Cole. I mean, tell me the last time that you saw a WWE superstar only go over the ropes and down to the floor to Grandma's house we go.
I think we're about to see a high-risk move from the top rope.
This one's gonna keep on going until someone can't go anymore.
And considering the conditioning of these athletes, that could be quite a while from now.
Conditioning's a huge factor in any match. If you can't go the distance, there ain't no way you're gonna win.
That's for sure, Taz. And the WWE superstars are some of the best conditioned athletes in the world.
It's obvious these superstars have studied each other real carefully, Cole.
No question about that, Taz. You won't last long against an opponent you haven't done your homework on.
I think we know which way this one's gonna go, Cole.
Actually, Taz, that's one less superstar to deal with. How much can these superstars possibly have left?
They got as much left as it takes, Cole. Trust me, you get in that ring and you find out you got reserves you never knew you had.
I can imagine. Nothing pushes you to the limit quite like a WWE match.
Tough luck. Guess he'll live to fight another day. Man, there's a lot of blood, sweat, and tears shed in that ring over the years.
And if these superstars have their way, there's going to be a lot more shed here tonight. I certainly don't envy the referee in this match.
No kidding. No matter what call you make, you're going to get on the bad side of at least once.
He just eliminated him with authority.
So, Cole, you got any predictions? You know who you think's going to win this one?
No way. I've seen you embarrass yourself with enough bad guesses that I'm not going to risk doing the same. I don't think anyone in this match has even considered that they might not walk out the winner.
I'm sure they... Sayonara, Scout. See you next time. Well, I think this one's pretty much a foregone conclusion. Not too tough to figure out who's going to win this one.
You know, this wouldn't be the first time you've made a prediction that didn't pan out.
That's pretty funny. You know what I predict? You keep up with your mouth, you're going to have a permanent limp. These superstars are pounding the heck out of each other. How much longer can they keep this up?
I don't know, Taz, but you can bet that it's going to get a lot worse before it's over.
I gotta tell you, I didn't expect these guys to go off on each other the way they have tonight. This has been brutal, this match so far.
Well, Taz, it's not ballet, you know.
Oh, really, Cole? Gee, here I was wondering what happened to the pointy-toed shoes and the frilly little skirts. You know what? Maybe I should go check your closet.
He just didn't have enough left to hang on.
You look at any other sport in the world, and you won't find a single athlete that can compare with a WWE superstar.
And there's a reason for that, Taz. There are no off-seasons here in the WWE. If you're a superstar, you're performing every week of the year.
And we're not talking about just swinging a bat or kicking a ball, neither. WWE is the most physical competition you can be part of, hands down. Man, I'm telling you, from my in-ring experience, trust me, you could cut this tension with a knife.
I don't think you need in-ring experience to feel the tenacity radiating off these superstars, Taz. I don't think anything could be more obvious.
Spoken like a guy who's never been in there, Cole. Trust me, when it comes down to you or them, it's a whole different level of intensity.
I'll have to take your word for it, Taz. I honestly can't imagine a more electric atmosphere than the one in this arena right now. What an incredible match we've seen so far.
And it ain't over yet, Cole.
It sure isn't. I think these superstars could keep going for quite a while longer. I think we might be looking at the future of the WWE in this ring tonight.
Wouldn't surprise me one bit, Cole. This is a great match, and the fans are way into it.
And that's what really matters. If the WWE fans aren't happy, they'll let you know it. Ladies and gentlemen, we are seeing an incredible display of athletic ability here tonight.
What do you expect, Cole? These are WWE superstars, for crying out loud. They're the greatest athletes in the world.
True enough, Taz. There's no off-season for them. There's no month or two off between matches.
There sure ain't, Cole. I mean, these guys are here week in and week out, and every night they leave it in the ring.
And they do it all for the WWE fans, Taz. Without them, none of us would even be here.
Let me tell you, Cole, I spoke to these superstars before the match, and I ain't never seen competitors more fired up and ready to get it on.
Judging from how this match has gone so far, Taz, I have no...
Uh-oh, you know what's coming next, Cole.
Tombstone pile driver. How many superstars have fallen victim to that over the years?
You know, Cole, I'd ask you who you were pulling for in this match, but I think it's pretty obvious since the beginning who you're rooting for.
I never claimed to be completely objective, Taz. It's no secret I respect superstars who stick within the rules and show some sportsmanship in the ring.
You gotta understand, Cole, I know it ain't exactly kosher, but you're putting your body on the line in there. You gotta do whatever it takes to protect yourself and pick up the win.
Taz, you're talking about two different things. Going outside the rules in the name of self-defense is one thing, but cheating to steal a victory and enhance your own career is something completely different.
You know, the key to winning a match like this is to build some momentum. And you're not going to see a match won with just one or two moves.
No, but one or two big moves at a crucial point could change the direction of it completely. And it looks like he's bleeding. This is not going to help his champ. It looks like he's decided to finish off his opponent.
And what a way to do it. A tombstone pile driver. I think I've got a pretty good idea who's going to win this match, Cole.
I wouldn't be so sure, Taz. If there's one thing we've seen, it's that anything can happen here in the WWE.
This has been a great match so far, but I think it's pretty obvious which way it's going.
Oh, really? Are you willing to go out on a limb and actually make a guess then?
There's no guesswork involved, Cole. But if you're going to be snippy, I'm just going to keep my mouth shut.
Wow, if I knew it was that easy, I would have said that years ago.
You know, there's no doubt that The Undertaker is one of the most impressive superstars ever to set foot in a WWE ring. But you know what, Cole? You're only as good as your last match.
How can you say that, Taz? The dead man has proven himself time and time again. I highly doubt that that would change if he lost this match, which I don't think he's in danger of doing, by the way.
Taker's earned his rep, no doubt about that. No one's disputing that. But you gotta know when to call it a day, Cole. There's a fine line between legend and has-been.
I can't believe you could sit here and even imply that The Undertaker might be a has-been. That could be hazardous to your health.
Hey, Cole, don't put words in my mouth. The dead man has been on top of this business for a very long time. But the thing about being on top is there's nowhere to go but down. No doubt from what we're seeing here, these WWE fans are getting their money's worth.
If they don't yet, I'm sure they will by the end of the match, Taz. Whether you like it or not, there's the match right there.
was a lot of ways I thought this one could and would go, but I never thought it would end like
Here's your
this.
winner,
Neither did I, partner. Talk about a
the
disappointment.
Well, if they're smart,
Undertaker.
they'll set up a rematch ASAP. I'm telling you right now, or they're going to have some unhappy fans on their hands.